A $53 knife beating $400 knives so far for knife of the year? Yeah, that's what's happening. Not going to waste any more of your time. Let's turn around and take a look at what I think could be knife of the year, the CJRB Echo. Guys, at this point, you're probably tired of hearing about the CJRB Echo, but I just have to do this. This is now my pick for knife of the year. And I'm going to tell you a bunch of different reasons why. And it's 100% because it is an amazing design, but there's a lot of stuff it's got going for it. So it does come in two different versions. You've got a liner lock and a button lock, and each one of those has their own variants. I know that there's some that have like carbon fiber and micarta overlays on top of these flat scales for the button lock. And then you've got a G10, a natural G10 version, and then this green micarta version of the liner lock. But either one of these is an amazing choice. I'm going to put a spec sheet for this knife up here, but keep in mind there are two different versions, so you kind of have to pick and play, plug and play which one you're looking at. But everything about this knife has just endeared itself to me when I was carrying the prototype with the thumb studs, and the versions with these apertures are even better. Let's get these things off to the side here. We'll use this one because it's my favorite. As size comparison, we'll grab a couple knives for size comparison. First knife's going to be a Benchmade 940. You can see it is almost 1-for-1 for length, but you've got a very broad blade on this in comparison. So really good size comparison. They are almost identical. And your final knife for size comparison, as always, is Chris Reese Sebenza Large 21, another knife that you should have a pretty good size reference of. This is a beautifully sized knife. So, you know, you can see it here. It's a little bit smaller than the Sebenza. So let's get this out of the way and talk about both of these great knives. Now, knife of the year is a bold claim. There have been some really great knives that have been my picks for knife of the year. Current up until I got this, my pick was the Oaksworks Solar Storm. Now, that might seem inconsequential to some people, but this is a $53 knife. I want you to put that in perspective. The Oaksworks Solar Storm is coming in just shy of $400. This knife hits so high above its weight class. It is ridiculous. It is crazy how good this knife is at the price point. The button lock version is my favorite, but like I said, it does come in a liner lock version, which is very comfortable. I just like the button lock, to tell you the truth. You are looking at a Laconico design. These are all done in AR-RPM 9 steel for the blade steel. They have got the reverse flick aperture on it. That is a great addition. As much as I like the thumb studs on the prototype, the aperture on this is great in this incredibly well done AR-RPM 9 blade that comes down to one of the best cutting edges and cutting profiles of a knife in a very long time. These things are absolute lasers. They will slice through anything. AR-RPM 9 is a very good choice of steel because it is a budget steel that performs really well, easy to maintain, very easy to strop, easy to sharpen, and it's not going to require specialty materials for sharpening, and it does hold its edge really well. I am not typically a fan of top flippers or front flippers, and this thing is amazing in that fashion. Both of them are. The action on both of them is great. Ray Laconico has not designed a knife I don't like yet, and this is no exception. This thing is truly incredible. In hand, it is one of the most comfortable cutters you are going to find. It just melts into your hand and slices through everything so much, to the point that I absolutely had to hide this from myself because all I was doing was cutting cardboard with it. I went through all of the cardboard I needed to test other knives playing with this knife because it's just so much fun to cut with. Carrying is a dream with this really nice deep carry pocket clip that sits it down in your pocket really nicely and does not turn into a hot spot in hand. Both of these have reversible pocket clips, as you can see. Nice spot for it there and here. The pocket clip movement is minimal on these. It does move a little bit more on the flat steel version, but it doesn't move badly, and it, like I said, super comfortable. The action on them being a button lock is super free, and the action on the liner lock version is not bad. It's just shy of drop shut, a little shake, and it just falls home, just a little jiggle. If you're somebody that likes something that's more contoured, this might be the one you want to look at. It does have the more contoured scales, but I find this to be my choice because it is more comfortable and it is I find it to be more comfortable in hand for me with these flat scales. The handles on it are just about perfect shape. It gives you just the right position to address the cut. And then this blade is just beautifully shaped for cutting. I really haven't found any true negatives on these at all, to tell you the truth. I think that some of these versions could be found to be more attractive. Like I said, they have different versions of the button lock, and there is another version of this one with different material. But all in all, you're not going to go wrong. You can get the satin, basically the plain steel finish on this. The only issue I would say that you might run into, even though they did a good bit of weight reduction inside this, the steel version is a little heavy. And it's a little heavy in a position where you might want it to be a little lighter. It's heavy in the tail, but a lot of people do like that feel. And I got to say, it feels very comfortable and very stable. And like I said, if you're somebody that likes lanyards, but you don't like a nasty lanyard hole, you've got a spot for it there. I just wanted to do this little update. We've already done reviews of this knife. You guys know I think it's amazing. I just kind of wanted to do something to throw it out there because I do believe that this is my knife of the year, and it's going to be a hard one to beat. Honestly, there's gonna have to be something that really, really just jumps out and hits all the wickets, because between price point, comfort, carry, cutting, and materials, I'm going to say, and the lock on it with this button lock version, something is really, really going to have to just jump out to beat this for the year. So we will see how that goes throughout the year. Guys, that's pretty much it on us. We'll do some final thoughts. Don't forget to check out this video sponsor, Coffee Brand Coffee. There's a link down below. It'll save you 5% on some of the best roasted on-demand coffee you're gonna find. They just launched a new flavor. I can't remember what it is, like blackberry or something like that. So let's turn this around, do some final thoughts, send you out about your day. There's just no way for me to express how good this knife is. The only thing that I could tell you is you need to try this knife. You really do. And at $53, you're not going to be disappointed. This thing is amazing. I don't foresee much beating this year. There would have to be something very, very special come in. Even some of the much more expensive knives that have come in they don't even hold a candle to what this knife does overall. You don't always have to be flashy to be just really good. And I think CJRB nailed it. A lot of their new knives have really, really nailed it this year. So probably the last time you're going to see this, unless it's in just another video where we're talking about great knives under $100 or something like that. So finally, you guys can stop seeing the CJRB Echo. Guys, that's it on this one. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe. Likes are the best thing you can do. It forces YouTube to share my videos, even if they don't like the content, because the likes hit the algorithm and push it up that way. If you want to support the channel financially, I mentioned Coffee Brand Coffee, but I also have Tempered Trails and Dull Strong Knives. They are channel sponsors. You can find those links down below. Coffee Brand Coffee, Tempered Trails, share a coupon code of Crazy Sharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, Crazy Sharp, saves you 5% at checkout. But the Coffee Brand Coffee one is absolutely, the link has got the coupon built into it. Another way you can support the channel is I have an Amazon store down below. If you go to that Amazon store, you can check out the items I've got listed in my ideas list that are recommendations, but there's also just a search bar where anything that you're looking for on Amazon, you can purchase it. Use that link, pin it to your browser, use it as your primary shopping avenue through Amazon. It supports the channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra. And I do have a membership down below. It's all tier-based. Everyone has access to the Gilded server. Baseline and premium tier members are automatically entered into giveaways that I do on the Gilded server that are separate of the giveaways I do on YouTube. So you're getting even more stuff that way. And the premium guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series that's behind that paywall here on YouTube. That's it on this one, guys. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you in the next video.